What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome to my Sunday bonus video. Today we're going to be going through my entire eyeshadow palette collection right here and pulling the 4 palettes that y'all will have to choose from for my upcoming Throwback Thursday video. So if you're new here and you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, Throwback Thursday is a series on my channel that I started as a way to get used to the older eyeshadow palettes in my collection. So every Sunday I post a video just like this one, and then I put a poll over my community section with the names and pictures of each of the palettes, and then I give y'all a few days to vote, and on Thursday we play with the winning palette. Simple as that, not a whole lot to it, and all of my palettes are housed in here with the exception of anything that was released after July 1st, 2024. So anything like 6 months or older is going to be in here. All of my newer ones are housed somewhere else, and those will roll in January. So we're going to go ahead and start in this top drawer up here, and this is going to be all of my Unearthly and my Nomad. You have to excuse the lighting if you're new here. This is in my closet, and this is just the easiest way to do it. This is not a full like collection video. We're not going to go deep into detail or anything like that. This is just kind of choosing a palette, a sneak peek into my collection and seeing what I have. But let's go ahead and start in here. So this is going to be hard because we have more palettes to choose from, and we're no longer in October, so we're not doing just spooky palettes anymore. But there are a couple of them that I have in mind, and the first one that I really want to play with is the original Fall Magic palette from Unearthly. I love and adore this palette. I still don't have the remastered version of this one because every time I bring myself to buy it, I just like this color story better. There's something about the matte selection in this one that I like more than the new one. Now, I know the shimmers in this one aren't nearly as impressive as what they have now, but they're still absolutely beautiful. So we're going to pull that one, but I think that's all we're going to pull from Unearthly for now. I was debating doing the Heather Austin palette, but I don't want to have all Unearthly in this week, so maybe we'll pull that one at a later date. And I think we're also going to skip Nomad. I have all of my bigger ones back here and my smaller ones over here, so we're going to skip the rest of this drawer and we're going to move down to this one. And this one, oh, it's such a disaster. So it's all of my Ensley Rain piled on top of Bella Beauty Bar, Cosmic Beauty, and Adept. So let's go ahead and pull out what's in here so we can get a better view of this drawer. So we've got some Adept over here, like I said. So this is pretty much all of my Adept. I think there's maybe 2 palettes that are newer that are not in here. But I love Adept. They don't have my favorite matte formula. I've said it before, but their shimmers are 100% worth it. They are incredibly shifty and reflective and just so sparkly. Like, even just their metallic shades are absolutely beautiful. Okay, back here we have all of my Cosmic brushes, and I think we're going to skip that. I have every single palette they've released with the exception of the very first one, which was like Royal Rose or something like that. I never got that one. But let's go to right here, which is going to be all of my Bella Beauty Bar. And I did have a request for the Dead Roses palette, so I'm going to pull this one. This one came out earlier this year with the, what's it called? The Violet palette in collaboration with Deandra Nicole. There it is, the Ultraviolet palette. But we're going to go ahead and pull this one. This one is so incredibly beautiful. I believe it just came back in stock. This is a pink, purple, and red lover's dream. Oh, I love that one. Okay, so I think that's going to be it from this drawer because we've still got a ton more of drawers to go through, and I've got a lot of eyeshadow palettes. So we're going to put these back. I'm not sure if that's how they went, but onto this drawer. So this drawer is going to be Odin's Eye and Blend Bunny. So I do have quite a bit of Odin's Eye. All of my Christmas palettes are back here, so we'll definitely play with those probably next month. I think I want to do a lot of like holiday themed stuff, not just necessarily Christmas, because I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, but I definitely want to do some fun holiday stuff. We've got Halloween, we've got a lot of collabs. Over on Blend Bunny, we've got some really good ones, and one that I want to pull is the Sugar and Grunge palette. I love this one. It's no longer available because somebody decided they own the rights to Sugar and Grunge, which is so stupid, but it is what it is. But this is such a beautiful palette. From what I understand, she's planning on bringing this one back with a different name. I don't know if she's going to change it up at all, but she's kind of hinted and toyed with that idea. But if you have this one, you know how beautiful it is. So we're going to pull that one. And we're going to put the rest of these back. Lure is another favorite of mine too. Oh my gosh, but that one is going to be so fun for like the colder months. Okay, let's move on to this one right here. Gotta adjust, get on the floor. So this one we've gotten very familiar with over the last month because this is where all my Glamlight is, and Glamlight has a ton of like horror themed palettes in here, and we've also got Gourmande girls in here. We've got some Wicked Widow, we've got some Simply Posh, we've got like a little bit of everything in here. And one palette I want to pull, if I can get to it. I'm sorry if we were out of frame for all that. I really apologize. The one I want to pull is this one right here, the Rick and Morty palette. I have never played with this palette. I bought it very recently. It came back in stock and I jumped on it because everybody talks about how incredible this palette is. I love the color story. I don't watch Rick and Morty. I think my oldest son watches it or has watched it or whatever, but I'm here for the makeup part of it. So it's even still in the packaging. I'll open it up when we get to where we go through what we picked. So we're gonna pull that one. And then I think that's it for this drawer. So let's go ahead and move on to this next drawer down. And this one is where all of my Sugar Drizzle, Fantasy Cosmetica, Lethal Cosmetics. Under Lethal, I believe, is Glaminatrix. Yes, we've got Glaminatrix down here. So we've got the Pretty in Pastel. We've got Sugar and Spice. Oh, so pretty. I even have the Nocturnal Mini palette on the way to me. That one should be here very soon. I'm so excited about that one. It was one I missed out on and I wanted so bad. Okay, back here we've got some kind of random brands. We've got DD Signature. We've got Gloomy Garden from Diva Cosmetics. I love this palette. It is so incredibly beautiful. We're gonna pull this one. I've already got more than 4 palettes pulled, but it is what it is. I've also got my 2 from Titanium Foxes back here, and I want to put one of these too. Y'all, this is so hard. Poppy Storm, y'all. How beautiful is that? This is an insanely beautiful palette. That was their first one, and then Poppy Quiet was their second one. Both are beautiful in their own way, but together, these are beautiful. So maybe we should do a palette bingo with this one. I did have a suggestion to start like a new palette bingo series and maybe do that like twice a month. So let me know what your thoughts are if y'all want to see that. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of roll them in every now for a Throwback Thursday. But you know, I love getting use out of my older palettes. But for now, we're going to pull both of these as a choice. Oh, I gotta squeeze all this back in here. I don't even know how to begin doing that. Okay. We have my little Game Beauty quads right here, and then back over here is all of my Ladybug Glow, and there's a lot of it in here, y'all. We just played with the Castle of Horror. I have the End of the Rainbow palette, both of the Krampus palettes. These are so cute. Krampus Eve and Krampus Continued. Love them. Floresta and Creatura, and then I even have the little quad of special shades that she released as like a little birthday thing. I told you I love Ladybug Glow, favorite brand of mine. But let's go ahead and yeah, I think we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue on. Okay. Next drawer. This one is, oof, I can get out of the way. Melt. We've got Cryptine Burnt Forest. Oh, still so beautiful. This was their first palette they ever did, and it's stunning. We've got Sigma. We've got my 2 CXC Beauty palettes. So if you watched my recent video with the Raven's Revenge palette, these are the other 2 that I have from the brand. So I have Beautiful Nightmare. Duh. Are we surprised? No. And then we have the Sweet Dreams palette. I can get this one open. The clasp on the other one is broken, which was my fault, not the brand. But this one, look at that. Beautiful. Very repetitive, very redundant. I probably should have got the 9-pan version of this, but it's still a beautiful formula, and I still really enjoy that palette. But let's keep moving on. So back here we've got Beauty Bay, and then we've got all of my Lunar Beauty palettes back there. And then this other side over here is all of my ColourPop palettes. Well, all of the ones that are in here. So I think we're gonna kind of stick with what we already have and skip this as well and move on to the next drawer down here, which is an even bigger mess as always. Okay, so this drawer, I swear. Okay, so we've got, it's just a mishmash of everything down here, y'all. Like, I don't even know where to begin. We've just got like some random OneOff brands. We've got things that I don't really reach for. We've got some incredible stuff down here. Like, it's just a big variety of palettes. But I think, let's see, what do we have in here? So we've got this one from Kaleidos. This is the only one of the Futurism palettes that I have, and it's so beautiful. I really enjoy that one. I kind of want to pull Grunge Life from Salem Cosmetics. I have played with this one before. I filmed a look, and y'all, I accidentally wiped out my memory card on my camera before I saved it. So that makes me really sad, but I want to play with that palette as well. It's so good. I really enjoy it. It's the only one I have from the brand, but I like that one. We've got Juvia's Place, What's Up Beauty, Color Rose. This is Terra Moons. I drew a complete blank for a second. Of course, we've got LH Cosmetics. I've never played with this palette. I still have yet to play with this one, and there's another one in here, y'all. This is so shameful. I haven't played with this one either. Such a cute palette. I really need to play with that one. I can't believe I haven't, but I haven't. I don't know. I've just been so busy with other stuff, but I think that's going to be it from this drawer. I think we're going to kind of leave it be. And y'all, we actually get to go into this drawer over here, which has all of my luxury and high-end stuff. We've been skipping it for an entire month because we've been doing spooky themed palettes. So let me kind of rearrange myself so we can dig into this drawer. Alright, so here we are into my luxury and high-end drawer. We've got some discontinued stuff back here that I never even touch, but we still have this palette that I have yet to play with, and I was pulling this one in like every single week before we got to spooky season, just because I think it's really pretty. I've never played with it before. I bought this one off the back of the Reflections palette that they came out with earlier this year because I loved the formula in that one, and it had been so long since I played with Tarte, and this one was like deeply discounted, so I picked it up. So we're gonna pull it, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. That is my pile so far. How am I gonna dwindle that down? So difficult. Okay, so we've got Pat McGrath, Urban Decay, Patrick Ta, ABH, Natasha Denona. We've got Makeup by Mario, ABH. I mean, there's like a little bit of everything in here. Back here, these are all of my Natasha Denona mini palettes. I've even got, whoops, I don't know what happened. Everything is kind of falling, but we've got all of those palettes in here. We've got more Pat McGrath back there. Discontinued palettes. Just kind of a little bit of everything. But the question is, do I want to pull anything from this drawer? So, kind of thinking based off of the pile that we have sitting over there that I'm good. Because it's a big pile. So, do we want to pull this one? It's very neutral, and I'm honestly not the biggest fan of the formula in here. Like, it's nice, but it's not anything that gets me excited over the brand. This was a birthday present, and I do love the color story in here. I love a gold eyeshadow, but I think we're going to skip on that one. Ooh. Should we pull the Cosmos palette? This is, y'all, what is that? Oh, Lord help me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Beautiful palette, but I'm no longer feeling that right now. That kind of made me sad. So we're going to put it back in here and hope that it kind of presses itself back together. Yeah, I think we're going to kind of leave things the way they are, and we're going to go for this pile over here. So let me pull everything over and we can go through and start dwindling down, because clearly we've got some work to do. All right, so here we are with our choices, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need to cut this in half. Now, obviously, we're going to leave in the Dead Roses palette because this was a request. So we're going to leave this one in. This is an automatic, you know, go through or whatever. I can't think of the word right now. But we're going to leave that palette in. So we need to get rid of 5 of these options. So I really want to leave in Fall Magic. I love this palette. It's so beautiful. So we've got 2. So now we need 2 more choices. So, oh, this is a really hard one, y'all. Such a hard choice, but I'm thinking, oh, I don't know. Okay, let's look at these. So we've got Gloomy Gardens, very pretty, very unique as well. Love that one. We've got Grunge Life, which is giving all of the fall vibes. Absolutely beautiful. Love that one as well. We've got Tarte back here, which has never been touched. We've got 2 palettes in this one that have never been touched. Really hard to get open with one hand. And of course I closed it. Okay. There we go. So there's the one from Tarte. Very beautiful. I think we have a lot of similar tones. Obviously the formula is not the same, but we have kind of a similar color story going on. I think we're going to put Tarte back. I do that every single time. It never makes it through. One time it will. Okay, so we've gotten rid of one. This one is bright and fun and colorful, but it's also so incredibly big and like overwhelming, which is part of the reason I didn't get it when it first launched, but it's also so beautiful. But I'm just not feeling this color story right now. Like, it's beautiful, I'm just not in the mood for it. So I think we're gonna put this one back. Plus I think I'm a little glamlighted out. I don't know how you say that, but I'm a little not over Glamlight right now. I've just been playing with a lot of Glamlight, and I still have more Glamlight coming. So I think we're gonna put this one away as well. And then we've got Sugar and Grunge. Oh, so incredibly beautiful. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna make this decision? And then of course we've got the 2 from Titanium Foxes. So maybe I will leave these 2 out and save these for just a random palette bingo video, because I think I am going to start doing that. I think that would be a lot of fun, like every other week, to do a dedicated palette bingo video and just an extra video every week. So, okay. All right, we're down to these 3 and only one can stay. So who is going to stay and who is going to go? Oh, decisions are so incredibly hard. But my gut is telling me to leave this one in. And I think we're going to leave in Sugar and Grunge. I think we're going to leave this one in. So I think those are going to be our 4 choices. So putting all of this aside, all of that out of my way, these are going to be our final 4 palettes. So we've got Sugar and Grunge from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. Beautiful, beautiful color story. Love the depth in here. Love the shimmers in there. We've got Gloomy Gardens from Divaroon. This is the first palette I ever got from the brand, and I love that color story. It's so incredibly unique. The shimmers are stunning as well. We've got Fall Magic from Unearthly. We all know this is like probably my absolute favorite palette in my collection. And then lastly, we have Dead Roses, which is another beautiful one as well. I love this color story. So those are going to be our 4 choices. Make sure you head over to my community section, cast your vote. I cannot wait to see what wins as usual. And until my next video, have a good one. Bye.